some magical help from the ting-ting of the bell, the growl of the gears, and the ticka-ticka-ticka of the air compressor, take a step back in time with me to an era when life was more simple and time seemed to move a little slower. Mass transportation wasn't an environmental buzzword yet. Still, public transportation was growing as a convenient, inexpensive way to travel and spend time with old friends or even make new ones.
Welcome to the Rockhill Trolley Museum.
Come visit us and relive this period of history here at the Rockhill Trolley Museum. Enjoy a leisurely ride through the scenic countryside on one of our many trolleys collected from around the world. The Rockhill Trolley Museum is nestled away in the beautiful Allegheny Mountains of Huntington County in central Pennsylvania. The town of Rockhill Furnace and its neighbor, Orbisonia, are wrought with history, and even in the hustle and bustle of the 21st century, they maintain their small-town charm and sense of community found in the era of the trolley. Rockhill Trolley Museum's collection has several operational trolleys, including an open-air car, high-speed interurban cars, fascinating maintenance of way cars, 2 President's Conference Committee, or PCC cars, and a snow sweeper that is over 100 years old. You can even stop by the workshop and see more cars being restored by our talented and dedicated volunteers. Car 172 is a semi-convertible car, meaning the windows rise into roof pockets. This creates an open summer car effect with the ability to close the windows during inclement weather. Built in Oporto, Portugal in 1929, it sports an attractive interior with ornate carved wood trim, brass fittings, and sliding doors. It also has a unique seating arrangement with 2 seats on one side and 1 seat on the other, made necessary by the narrow twisting streets of Oporto. Because of its small 2-axle design, it is affectionately known as a Toonerville trolley. The nickname comes from a series of silent comedy films by that name, featuring a rickety little trolley bouncing along the countryside. 172 was based on a design by the J.G. Brill Company of Philadelphia, which coincidentally is neighbor to Valley Forge, where the first Toonerville trolley movies were made before Hollywood even existed. Brill built car 249 in 1904 and exported it to Oporto, Portugal for service. It was originally built as an open platform car, but rebuilt as a semi-convertible. As with car 172, it sports 2 seats on one side of the aisle and 1 seat on the other. It is the only car in our collection with maximum traction trucks, which have 2 different wheel sizes. Semi-convertibles like 249 replace convertible and open-air cars on many systems because they operate year-round. In 1924, car 249 was remotorized with 2 motors and continued serving citizens of Oporto until 1972 when it was retired. It was acquired by Rockhill Trolley Museum in October of that year. During the 30s, transit companies were in tough competition with the automobile. The PCC, named for the President's Conference Committee, saved many transit companies from early abandonment. Our PCC car, car 2743, was acquired by the museum in 1994, having been in regular service until the fall of the previous year in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. PCC trolleys feature a smoother ride than the older trolleys, faster acceleration, a reduced noise level, and comfortable seating. In 1998, we placed the car in operation. The most ambitious restoration project our museum has undertaken to date is York Railway's 163. Built in 1924 by the J.G. Brill Car Company in Philadelphia, 163 is a rare curved-side car. York's 5 curved-side cars were the only ones built by Brill. York 163 is the only preserved and operable trolley from the York Railways system. Over 17 years of volunteer labor went into restoring car 163 to operation. The trucks came from Japan, seats from Chicago, and cane seat coverings with authentic transit weave rattan were imported from China. Parts from many other long since scrapped cars helped complete car 163's return to glory. Car 355 is our second trolley from Johnstown and ran there from the time it was built until the Johnstown system was abandoned. 355 is a comfortable car built in 1925 by the St. Louis Car Company, known as the Quality Shops, where trolleys, rapid transit cars, and even airplanes were built for nearly 90 years. 355 now has controls at both ends of the car, though it was built with controls at one end only, typical of the many lightweight cars built in this same time period. To allow this, it was equipped with a safety air brake system which permitted the car to be operated with a crew of one. If the motorman became disabled while the car was in motion, the safety air brake system would automatically stop the car. This type of air brake system saved the transit company many salaries, as it allowed one person to operate the car and collect fares. Just as snowplows keep our highways clear, Trolley Snowplow 10 was used to clear heavy snows from tracks of the Philadelphia and Western Railroad. Known as a shear plow, Car 10 pushes snow to the right side of the track only. Car 10 served its entire career operating on 14 miles between Norristown and 69th Street Terminal in Upper Darby. It is one of the few trolley snowplows in existence today and able to plow snow on the museum's line. Our collection also includes two rare snow sweepers. 107 is from Scranton, PA, and is a single truck, four-wheeled car with rotating brooms at both ends. 107 spent most of its operating career in Scranton until that system stopped operating trolleys on December 18, 1954. One of the most famous interurban trolleys ever built was the series of bullet cars used on the Philadelphia and Western Railroad's Norristown line. Car 205 was built in 1931 by the J.G. Brill Company. 205 and its running mate saved the P&W from bankruptcy. These cars were nicknamed bullet cars because of their dynamic bullet nose design and because they were capable of over 70 miles an hour. We acquired Car 205 from the Southeastern Pennsylvania Transit Authority in 1990 after an amazing 59 years of service. So go ahead, sit back and relax while we take a virtual ride on our open-air car, Car 1875. A favorite activity during the turn of the century was taking an open-air trolley for a ride to the local amusement park, for a picnic, or just to cool off on a hot summer evening. These open-sided cars provided plenty of free air conditioning to the passengers, as long as the car was moving. Open cars were very expensive for transit companies to operate. Unless the climate was always warm, the transit company needed to have a second set of cars for the passengers to ride during the winter weather. Rainstorms were also a problem, although some had curtains that could be drawn to provide some protection. The public still loved the open-air cars in the hot summer months. It was necessary to have a crew of 2 people to operate an open car, a motorman to run the car, and a conductor to collect the fees. This was a dangerous job for the conductor as he walked along the side running boards to collect the fares as traffic in the busy streets flew by him. For these reasons, the open cars were replaced by closed cars or semi-convertible cars. When our museum began searching for this type of car, they had been long absent from the American streets. A search turned up several cars in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, where it's always warm. These cars were built to U.S. specifications but were assembled in Rio using Brazilian woods. In 1965, our museum acquired 3 of these open summer cars in a joint venture with other museums. They were loaded aboard the deck of a coffee bean ship with 10 other open trolleys bound for New York. From there, it was a trip by railway and highway truck to the museum site. Many years of restoration have been put into Car 1875 to place it in service. Just as in times past, our open summer car is the most popular car of the museum during the hot summer months. Rockhill Trolley Museum loves groups, and whether it's a school, church, family, or motor coach tour, the combination of fun, education, and history ensures a good time for all. Would you like to have the inside track, pun intended, on Rockhill's activities? Memberships to the museum are also available. As a member, you will receive our newsletter, The Retriever, invitations to special programs, trips, picnics, and members-only events, a free ride pass, and even the opportunity to learn to operate trolley cars and other equipment on our demonstration electric railway. Rockhill Trolley Museum is there for you because of the dedicated and hardworking team of volunteers that support it. From restoration and maintaining to operating the trolleys, it's Rockhill Trolley Museum's volunteers that make your visit a memorable one. And if while you're here you get the trolley bug, you can become a volunteer too. Life doesn't get much better than doing something you love and at the same time providing family-centric entertainment and preserving a piece of history.
My name is Jim and I'm a volunteer operator here at the Rockhill Trolley Museum, and you can be too.
We hope you have enjoyed your virtual visit to Rockhill Trolley Museum. We look forward to meeting you in person.